If you've never created glitch sound effects before because you couldn't really see how they would be useful in creating sound effects, then this video is going to be for you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 different types of sound effects that you can create using glitch sounds as either layers or just on their own. So with that said, let's get right into it. All right, here we are inside of Reaper, and the first type of sound effect that you can create using glitch or glitchy sounds are explosions or impacts sounds. So let's have a listen to this first one here that I created, and then I'll break it down and show you the glitch layers that I used to design this. Yeah, so for this sound, I use actually 2 glitchy layers. Here's this first one here. It's kind of this robotic layer. So I'm just going to bring it out so we actually hear it. Here it is. Right, so that's the first layer here. And I have another one down here. Sounds like this. Okay, if I take it all the way off though, like that, this is what it sounds like. Right, so basically I just created some sort of impact with them for this one here. And this one here, I just created some like robotic glitchy sound. And yeah, that's it. And with that, I added some a tail here. Sounds like this. And then finally an impact. Right, so 2 kind of explosion sounds. But together with the glitchy sound, you get this cool sound. Right, the explosion sounds good on its own, but with these little glitchy elements and glitchy artifacts, it suddenly becomes this sci-fi explosion. If you are a sound designer and you are starting to build up your portfolio and want to start creating an online presence, then I created a free training for you. It's called my sound design content training video, and it's absolutely free. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description if you're interested. But basically, I walk you through some of the free tools and some of the ways that you can start to get started on to share your work and your portfolio and building a portfolio online. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure to check a link in the description below. All right, the next type of sound effect that you can create with glitch sounds are magic spells. And the way that you can do that is using whooshes. So I have some glitchy sounds here that I had, and basically I just turned them into whooshes. And there's a lot of ways you can do that. You can either put it through like a sampler or granular synth and then add a fade in and a fade out. So it kind of creates this whoosh. So let's just play it here. I'll show you what I did and what it sounds like. Right, so you get this cool kind of electrical spell sound. Okay, so let's break it down here. I had 2 of these glitch sound effects here. Let's have a listen to this first one. I'm just gonna bring it all the way out here like that. Right, so that's the main like core component of the sound. That's where you get all the electrical parts from. And then you also have this one here, which is a bit more digital. Let's have a listen to this one. Right, sounds a lot more like spectral processing or something like that. So together you have this. Sounds good. And then the last layer here is just a whoosh to kind of make it feel like it's a spell being cast or something. All right, the next type of sound that we can create using glitch sounds are UI sounds, but really it's kind of any sci-fi sound effect. Glitch sounds are great for designing any kind of sci-fi elements or any kind of sci-fi sound. So let's have a listen to the UI sound here that I created. And for that, I use 3 different glitchy sounds. Here's the first one. After that, we had this here. That was kind of like the impact, if you will. And then we had this little broken element here. Right? And together, they just make this cool, like, either it can be like a UI sound or it can be like maybe some sort of broken element, like you're trying to get into a door, but it's not working. Something's locked, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, UI sounds, glitch, they're perfect for that. All right, the next type of sound effect that you can create with glitch sounds are weapon sounds. So these are good for especially sci-fi weapons. So let's have a listen to what we have here, and then we'll break it down. So a lot of the glitch sounds and glitch layers here that I used were really used for the transient and the blast. So let's have a listen to what we have here. So here's the first one. That's it right there. So let's bring it out here. Right, so I had this weird glitchy stuff, but I really like that transient here at the beginning. So that's what I was using it for. Next one, we have this. And it was used to do this. Again, just transient, so together. Right, again, another one here. It's perfect for that. Here, I had another one. This is like a sci-fi impact. It was kind of made the same way that I make my glitch sound, so it sounds like this. Right, after that, these are just transient that I added. They're not actually glitchy. And I think that was it in terms of glitch layers. Right, so together they make this sound. Right, so if we take it off, this is the sound you get. It's okay, but with it on, adds a bit more. And if I take off all of our effects here on our master bus, there you go. So yeah, weapon sounds, they're great. Especially try it out, especially for like tail sounds or like the tail of a shot. They're really useful for that. I didn't do it here. I could have done that, but yeah, glitch for weapon sounds are really cool. All right, the last sound here that I had created was a sort of power up. So let's have a listen and then I'll show you the glitch layers that I use for it. All right, it's kind of like I don't know if you level up or you gain a new ability or something like that, but this is kind of what I was aiming for. So the two glitch layers that I used were actually for the riser here. So if we listen to it, and most of it is from this bottom layer down here. And if I take off my pitch shifter here, right, that is the glitch sound that I used. And then the way that I changed it up is I actually added some pitch automation. So with manipulator here, what I did is I'm just increasing the format here so it makes it go up in pitch over time. So it sounds like this. Right, and both of these are kind of doing the same thing. This glitch sound effect was already kind of going up in pitch, just naturally is already baked into the file. So if I take off track spacer here, and here I just put on track spacers so these two don't clash because they're kind of taking up the same kind of frequency. Yeah, I didn't want that. If I take it off and we listen to it, there's a lot of clashing frequencies. I could probably have taken that one off even. I could have done something like that, right? Anyways, I wanted to have a bit of both in there, so I kind of kept it on with track spacer. But that is pretty much it. Here, after that, I had another glitch sound for the impact sounds right here. And this is adding a lot of that tone, the mid and the body to that impact sound. So without it, it's really missing something. Right? Right, so it's really adding a lot to that sound. And that's just a glitch impact sound that I had designed right there. And after that, I just had a spell up here and then some bells here. And that's it. All right, so I hope you found that useful and valuable. And if you haven't created glitch sound effects yet, hopefully you go out and start creating it. And if you haven't watched or don't know where to start, I actually created a whole ultimate guide video to help you get started. And I'll make sure to link it up here if you haven't watched it yet, or maybe I'll put it in the description. But it's a video basically where I walk you through various different ways of creating glitch sound effects from scratch. So make sure to check that out if you haven't done so already. All right, so that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching all the way through to the end. And just a reminder about the sound design training, in the link will be in the description. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I always do my best to answer. And so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.